This is an episode you gotta see. It's possibly a fan favorite. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Sellavin Allen's game review of Naruto Shippuden, episode 378. The 10 Tails Jinchuriki. And this is all. Now that Obito has the power of the 10 Tails, he can literally blow them all away with just a wave of his hand. And he is literally proven that in the harshest point possible. For example, they all try to do their best trying to comprehend the situation now. Even Hashirama has to admit that he's stronger than he is. When one of the strongest shinobi in history says that you're stronger than me, that means that he means there's no reason to lie. That means that this could be a very bad fight, especially fight. And not to mention the fact that Madara's impertinence, where Obito's he was manipulating the jutsu so he could become the Jinchuriki instead of bringing him back. He has no thing to lose, which means he has no little patience for doppelgangers. By that I mean shadow clones of Hashirama to deal with. He wants the real thing, and he wants it now. Trust me. He doesn't care. And that's how much of a dick Madara is, but we all know how much of a badass he was. He started swinging the allied shinobi forces around with a baseball bat way before Obito became the Jinchuriki. Now he's the Jinchuriki. He's probably even stronger than Madara by a narrow margin. Trust me. This is straight up canon and a lot of character to do. I say for the fact that he's knocking them all back down on the situation. And Naruto can tell that he's becoming Jinchuriki because remember, he received chakra from almost all of the tailed beasts. That means he can sense that when the tailed beast is being extracted. You see, he sensed all the tailed beast chakra being focused on into one place. Remember, the Jubi is basically one big giant husk of chakra, but it's all into individual pieces. Yes, from Naruto's 9 tails to the 1 tails that was Shikaku that was inside of Gaara. Case in point, that proves my point. Some people, and that point is richly deserved, and a very crude point to clarify, in a very common opinion. And Nobito, he's doing his best. As remember, having that much power under your control can lead to very bad side effects. Like side effects, how? You have the power of a god at your hands, but that kind of power doesn't come without a price. Requires calm and focused, and in the slightest control possible. Even though at the beginning he was wiping the floor against Hashirama, how about Tobirama? Even Hiruzen, the third Hokage, he's wiping on down. He even compares his attacks to Onuki's particle style. His Jinto, which is basically an element of fire, earth, and wind. He says he's using 4 elements, maybe more. Now, that means he's using all 5 elements to use those black spears as projectile weapons and weapon in both long range and far range. Basically, it's just the Biju bomb clumped into an orb and extended forward, literally like a spear attack. That could literally obliterate anything it touches, which begs the question. Sorry about that. Frog in my throat. You get it. But Obito, he still has a lot to control, especially with this kind of power. And especially when it comes to him and his sanity. Everybody tries their best to see if they do their can to manipulate and verify the situation, especially with Obito's body. It's not a human body anymore. Now that it's become one with the Jinchuriki, one with the 10 tails, his body is not even made of the same material as a human, neither flesh nor bone, but energy incarnate, like matter that he can manipulate anything in its path. Especially when he contorts and twists his body, kind of looks like how Orochimaru does his long snake attacks. It's like that. And you get the concept, right? But that's a matter of opinion. And this is mine. But you gotta give credit where credit is due, and I give this a lot of credit. Definitely a lot of credit. And you cannot lie, because this shows you that it wants this in the worst way. Not worse as in horrible, like worse, like the most it wants, like out of options, like the best. And not to mention the background dramatic music of this. I give this a lot of credit because it brings up the situation and some of the best Naruto, even the new music, like when Obito, when he was losing control, he was losing his sanity. Like his body and his past were like conflicting. Like for example, his body was peeling apart, so was the image of his past. For example, the photograph of him, his team back when Minato was alive, Rin, Kakashi, Hashi back then, they all started to fall apart. His body, Hari at the same time. And even Minato looked like he was about to use this to make his final move. He even tried to save Obito. But Obito really saved himself, because if he let his memory fall apart, that means he loses the one piece of his heart that he had the most attached to, which was Rin. And he didn't want to lose Rin more than everything. He fought on until he regained control of himself and regained the whole power of the Jubi in every way he can. Which makes this a very, very moment. Because some people think that when they saw this moment in the manga, they think it was wrong because he still has feelings for her even though she's dead. But that's Obito for you. He had his feelings strongest worse for Rin, and he had no reason to lie about that. And if you lose his memory of her, that means everything he knew back when he was a kid was gone, because he cared about the past more than anything, and he doesn't want the past to repeat itself. He wants to make the infinite Tsukuyomi to destroy everything in his past, so he can make a new world where Rin is still alive and everything back to the way it was. So basically, yeah, this guy has nothing to lose since the woman he loved is gone, and he is now a monster. So basically, you get my point. Right. So, and let's see, but now that he's finally getting control of the Jubi, he has now new mastery over his power. For example, as Minato struck him, he knocked away his hand off, and even managed to teleport his own energy attack to Minato by attaching it to his body. And Minato shifted to teleport away, hey, it exploded, and that's how he ends. Next week's episode is going to be continuation of the fighting in its best form possible. Trust me, it's very epic. Yeah, you don't want to miss out on that. So, alright, I put the link down in the description. Comment and subscribe. What do you think of this? This is a major standing point in the world. Major standing point. Now that Obito has all the power, nothing can stop him. But that doesn't mean that because they're down doesn't mean they're not out. So give credit where credit is due. Surprises are coming. So there. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Sellavin last game. We will Naruto Shippuden episode 378. Hope you enjoyed. That's fine. Comment, subscribe. Signing off.